Every year there seems to be some sort of returning feature in the WWE games, things that were, scratched out due to however they were making the game perform at the time. It doesn't matter. Things always seem to make a comeback at some point. I'm here to speak to you guys today about your desired returning features for WWE 2K25 and my desired returning feature. Now, I'll go on ahead and start with myself because I always start with y'all. But before we go on ahead and get into this video, tell your uncles, tell your grandmas, tell everybody, we are about to hit 10,000 subscribers. At this point right now, we're only 20 subs away. Make sure you guys hit that sub button because it is just the beginning. This is 10,000 subscribers. I am so excited to be able to actually say that I have that, and we're only 20 subs away, so make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Let's go on ahead and get back into the video. My desired feature that I would love to see in this WWE 2K25 game is literally squash matches. We seen this back in 2K19. We had the ability to do things like that, and they took it out. I don't understand why they would do something like that, because me personally, I thought that it was actually really cool, the fact that you can actually set it up and know that it was going to be a squash match. Yes, you can sort of do it on 2K, but both your healths are going to start low. I would like where I can just go in there and put the pause on my opponent, and I think that one of the easy ways to do that is by being able to edit each wrestler's health bar before going into the match. I think that that would be perfect personally. But yeah, I really hope that squash matches make it back into the game just to make different wrestlers look more dominant at the time, especially when booking in universe mode and things like that. There's times where I'll go in, I'll give like somebody like, I don't know, Braun Breaker 3 finishers, and I'll do 2 finishers and the wrestler will kick out after 2 finishers. I just kind of want more balance with that and more freedom, being able to squash people whenever I want to. That would be perfect, to me personally. So hopefully that is something that 2K is looking into bringing back, because I think the more freedom we have, the better. Now, to get into your guys' comments, Rashid Dosbrooks 5880, sorry if I mispronounced that, sir. Chain wrestling physics like SVR 2011 and crawling to break up pins like in 3-way matches on 2K19 that added cool small details. I agree with chain wrestling. I really hope that that makes it back. A lot of people are really hoping for chain wrestling to make it back. That's like a really, really big thing that people really want in the game, and rightfully so. I mean, I think chain wrestling is a big part of wrestling. It was in the game at one point, and it's one of those things where it would be nice to see back. They added something last year where it's like the thing where you punch each other, and I thought that was really cool. And I think that it could be another, thing where they implement chain wrestling to where now you have 2 options, 2 different things going on in the matches. And personally, I think that's probably the way to go. So I am excited to see, what else can they add this year, but chain wrestling is definitely a big one. Physics like SVR 2011, a lot of people are hoping for that. So I am hoping, the physics continue to get better. This year's physics weren't the worst. So, got to give them credit where it's due. So I am looking into, possibly seeing some physics changes and things like that. And being able to crawl to pins and, break up pins and triple threat matches like 2K19. 2K19 had a lot of things, man, that, we wish we had in this year's game. 2K19, you could actually do quite a lot. It's one of the best 2K games that they've dropped under that Take-Two umbrella, maybe the best. This right here, 19, was pretty much a very good game. A lot of people say it's a little overrated, but personally, I think it served its purpose, especially because we relied on that game for about 2 years, bro. Before 2K22, came out, 2K20 was a mess, so people went back to 19. So personally, man, I do think that that is some stuff, and I think 2K needs to look back at 19 and see what they were doing, that they could implement in the upcoming games of this series, because I really feel like they nailed a lot of things in 2K19. Rebrand soon. A revamped story designer, the return of Big Head mode, and again, another 2K19 feature, I believe. It might have been 2K20, but I really think it's 19. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know down below in the comments. And a working universe mode. So yes, a revamped story designer. I would love to see story designer back. Last time I remember seeing it personally was 2K14. I would love to see, story designer make it back into the game. I think that it would be super exciting. I think that it's a big thing. It's a big conversation. Story designer, everybody's been asking for it. I think that if we don't get it this year, I think next year it'll come back. I think that a lot of people are clamoring for it enough to the point where I think 2K needs to do something, make a pivot, maybe, integrate universe in my GM and give a story mode. They could do a couple different things. I am excited for this year's game. Call me whatever you want. But I think that, hopefully we can see the return of story designer this year, as I think that that could be possibly what they could be working for now. It feels like gameplay, they've stabilized it. They know where they want it. There's a couple things, of course, you can fix with gameplay. It's not perfect, but I think that they like where it's at the moment. So personally, I would love to see, revamp story, the return of big head mode, working universe mode. As we all know, I can't remember the last time we had a good universe mode. I know a lot of people like 19. I know a lot of people like WWE 12. And I feel like those are the really two that stand out. I feel like there's been a lot of more down years than up years with universe mode. Just a lot going on in that mode that they can't seem to figure out to, work properly. Just my 2 cents with that, though. Henso Molina, create a story, create a finisher, 40-50 man Royal Rumble, Inferno match, I Quit match, Buried Alive match. So I think that he pretty much hit it all on the head. These are all match types that we would like to see in the game. Create a story, we just went over that. Create a finisher, that's actually a very underrated feature that I don't see a lot of people talking about. Create a finisher was like really crazy, bro. You could put like 6 big moves in one move and hit a crazy finisher with that. It was nuts back in the day. So I am excited to seeing, what we could see in the future with create a finisher. I think that it could make its way back into the game. I think they have better priorities and things like that, which I think create a finisher isn't like the biggest issue that is not in the game. I feel like we could probably get another mode or 2 in there, but create a finisher, I definitely wouldn't mind if they said, yes, create a finisher has returned. So personally, I wouldn't be against it, but I do feel that they have better priorities at the moment. And Lalo with the last one, maybe some more stuff with weapons, create a story, road to WrestleMania, and many more match types. So weapons, I gotta disagree with you there, even though more weapons would be cool, obviously, but I feel like weapons, they did actually an amazing job with that this year. There was a lot more variety than most years when it comes down to weapons in 2K24. Create a story, we all agree we want that back. Road to WrestleMania instead of the showcase, that would be a W. Walk around the locker room, be able to interact with other wrestlers just like back in the day. I would love to see a Road to WrestleMania back in the series, but the odds of that happening just get lower and lower. But personally, I would love to see it back. Maybe more match types. You got to specify just a little bit more right there, my boy. Let me know down in the comments. I'm going to leave y'all with that. What match type would you like to see return back into WWE 2K25? Because the trailer, it's about to come out soon, bro. Sooner than y'all think. It's going to happen. So I am excited, man. I hope you guys have a good one. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like and comment if you guys did enjoy. I'm going to catch y'all. Peace.